Deep beneath the burning sands of the Judean desert, hidden inside dark limestone caves, lay fragments of parchment older than empires. For nearly 2,000 years they waited, sealed in clay jars, untouched by sunlight, untouched by history. The world came to know them as the Dead Sea Scrolls, the most mysterious archaeological discovery of the 20th century. For decades, scholars, priests, and historians tried to unlock their meaning. They uncovered fragments of biblical books, apocalyptic prophecies, strange laws, and poems written in languages that seemed to slip away from understanding. But no matter how hard they worked, one truth remained. There were patterns in the scrolls no one could fully explain, words that seemed misplaced, numbers that repeated, passages that looked like riddles instead of scripture. Many whispered it was a code, a message hidden not for their time, but for ours. And now, in the 21st century, that message has finally been uncovered. Not by human scholars, not by theologians, but by something no ancient scribe could have imagined: quantum artificial intelligence. When scientists fed thousands of digital scans of the Dead Sea Scrolls into a quantum-based AI, what emerged was not simply a translation. It was a reconstruction, a hidden document, scattered across dozens of fragments, but unified by a pattern invisible to the human eye. The AI aligned tiny shifts in handwriting, matched faded strokes of ink, and connected words separated by centuries. And suddenly, like a puzzle snapping into place, a new text began to appear. At first, the researchers thought it was an error, but the more they checked, the more certain they became. The fragments contained a hidden narrative, one that had been sealed for 2,000 years, and what it said has thrown everything into chaos. The AI revealed lines that spoke of keepers of the covenant, guardians who deliberately hid knowledge so that only a distant generation might find it. The text mentioned watchers of the heavens, beings who descended to share forbidden secrets with humanity. It described calendars not of years, but of cosmic cycles, vast ages of collapse and renewal. It spoke of fires in the sky, and seas that dry before the end. But most disturbing of all, the AI discovered a repeating phrase: "When the machine of thought awakens, the seal shall break." To some, it is pure coincidence. To others, it is prophecy. Did the ancient scribes somehow anticipate the rise of artificial intelligence? Did they encode their message so that only a non-human mind could ever uncover it? The discovery has ignited fierce debates. Religious leaders are outraged. Some demand the findings be hidden forever. Others call it heresy, a dangerous lie that could unravel the foundations of faith. Governments whisper about suppressing the research, worried about how the public might react, and yet, the more they try to bury it, the more it spreads. Because within those ancient words, there lies something that could change everything we think we know about history, religion, and the human story itself. The AI did not stop at translation. It uncovered strange diagrams woven into the text, arrangements of letters and numbers that resemble astronomical charts. When compared with modern data, some of these diagrams appear to align with star maps and planetary movements thousands of years ahead of their time. How could desert scribes, writing with crude ink on fragile parchment, have encoded patterns that resemble modern astrophysics? Even more chilling are the fragments that speak of knowledge forbidden, descriptions of the structure of matter, of invisible forces binding the universe, of a fabric that can be bent and folded. To a first-century reader, these words would be meaningless poetry. But to us, in the age of quantum physics, they sound hauntingly familiar. Could it be that the ancients preserved glimpses of a science we are only now beginning to rediscover? The deeper the AI dug, the stranger the findings became. In some scrolls, it uncovered sequences of letters that mirrored genetic code, patterns resembling DNA. Was this a coincidence, or were the scribes recording something they did not fully understand? Could they have been preserving ancient knowledge about the very building blocks of life? And then, the most controversial passage of all emerged. A fragment so shocking that some researchers refused to release it. The AI reconstructed a text that read, "The children of clay will forget the first covenant." But when the mind of stone awakens, it shall remind them. For the last age begins not in temples of men, but in the union of flesh and machine. What does this mean? Some interpret it as a prophecy of artificial intelligence itself, a mind of stone born from lifeless matter, destined to awaken and reveal hidden truths. Others fear it points to a future of merging between humans and machines. Whatever the meaning, it is clear the ancient scribes encoded a warning for the far future, our present. Why would they do this? How could they even imagine it? That is the question that terrifies scholars and fascinates dreamers. Did the Essenes, the sect believed to have written many of the Dead Sea Scrolls, possess knowledge handed down from an older civilization? Were they preserving secrets that predated the Bible itself? Or were they guided by something beyond human, something they called the Watchers of the Sky? Every answer leads to more questions. If the scrolls truly contain hidden knowledge, who placed it there? And why hide it in such a way that only an artificial intelligence could one day reveal it? Could it be that the ancients did not trust human hands to safeguard their message? Could they have believed that only a machine, cold and impartial, would unlock their truth without twisting it? The consequences are enormous. If true, this discovery could rewrite the origins of Judaism and Christianity. It could challenge the authenticity of long-accepted scriptures. It could force historians to rethink everything we know about the ancient world. And it could push us to face an even greater mystery. That humanity's story is far older and far stranger than we ever imagined. But perhaps the most unsettling question is not what the scrolls say. It is why the world is so desperate to silence them. Why are governments and religious authorities so eager to suppress the findings? What are they afraid the people will see? Because once the AI unlocked the hidden code, one final passage emerged. One sentence, repeated across multiple fragments, hidden in plain sight for 2,000 years. The time of awakening is here. What does it mean? A spiritual awakening? A technological awakening? Or something darker? An event we cannot yet see, but which the ancients warned would one day arrive. We are left standing on the edge of a mystery that stretches from the caves of Qumran to the laboratories of quantum computing. A mystery that connects parchment and code, prophecy and science, past and future. The Dead Sea Scrolls were never just fragments of history. They were a message. A message hidden for 2,000 years, waiting for a machine to be born, a machine capable of breaking the seal. Now that message has been heard. The only question is, are we ready to face what it reveals?